I do believe we are live. Just check here. If you're just joining us, please say hello in the chat below, whether you're joining us live from YouTube or you're joining us live in the Zoom room. All are welcome. Let me know where you're tuning in from and what time it is, where you are joining from. I'd love to know that. While you're doing that, I will just take care of a few of the tech things that we have. This call is specifically for members of Course Creators Academy, and I've also invited members of the Course Creation Hub. So welcome, welcome if you're joining from any of those places. Hang on a second. Alrighty. So today, I know we are celebrating the arrival of the 4th of July, which will be tomorrow if you are in the US, or perhaps you're visiting the US. You may be celebrating that with friends and family. So I anticipate, based on what I'm hearing from clients and so forth, a lot of you are traveling for the holidays and won't be on today's call or have perhaps any questions that you've pre-submitted for this week. So I do have some training planned for us to continue to train, and we will be going through part 2 of what we were talking about yesterday, which is how to set goals as an online course creator that you're actually able to achieve. So we will be going back through that. If you are visiting us on my YouTube channel, welcome in as well. My name is Shanna Martell, and I am a business coach and online course creator. I'm also the founder of Course Creators Academy, which is my signature online course and coaching program, as well as the founder and owner of the Course Creators Hub over on Skool. So that is our freemium community. So we have free courses in there, as well as paid courses and coaching programs in there available to help you wherever you are on your online course creation business journey. So we would like to invite you over there as well. And I will drop the link in the comments below for you to be able to access that community if you would like to join us over there. So while you're doing that, I am going to also grab the link for the live stream as well, so I can put it in our Skool community. For those of you that are joining us from YouTube, I will put that in the Skool community. So you can either come live in the Zoom room, and the link for you for the Zoom call is in the classroom or on the calendar in Skool. And then I will also give you the link to the live. So let me just share that. We are live. Let me just share this link. Let's see if that worked. Yes. Okay, perfect. All righty. We have all the tech sorted now. If you have any questions as we're going along, you can feel free to drop them over in the chat under the YouTube video or in the classroom. So I'll be checking both chats to be able to make sure that I grab all of your questions and help you while we're on the call today. Just grab some water. All righty. Let me see what we are looking at. I actually need to switch my presentation here. So let me do this. Let's stop share. New share. Here we go. Okay, let me know if you can see the presentation. Okay, and I will also double check it here on YouTube. Make sure that went through. All right, perfect. Okay, it looks like we are good to go. So what we're going to be going through today, let me just check one more thing real quick, guys. Bear with me. Thank you so much for your patience as we're sorting all of the tech. Just want to make sure it is working properly in all of the locations. All right, let me just check the audio. I don't think I checked the audio. Make sure the audio is working. Got the right. Okay, looks like we have the right audio. Oh, is the audio working? Okay, perfect. All righty, we are good to go. Thank you so much for your patience. I really, really appreciate that. So what we're going to be diving into today is how to set your goals as an online course creator that you're actually able to achieve. So yesterday on my YouTube channel and in the Ultimate Course Creators Hub, we went through part 1 of this training. So it is a comprehensive training. Actually, I could make a mini course out of this training. So it is that valuable. It is that good for you to be able to follow along to really help you and set yourself up for success for Q3, as well as going forward in your online course creation and coaching business. So if you didn't catch that, I would go ahead and watch the replay of that, and you can find it. Let me just show you on the YouTube channel where you can find that training. Actually, I would have to stop share screen again. You can find that on my YouTube channel. So if you look under the live videos, you can find that for yesterday with this title on how to set goals as an online course creator that you'll actually achieve. So we aired that on July 3rd. So if you caught that or missed that, need to go and refresh yourself, go ahead and go back to that training, and you will be able to get over an hour's worth of training specifically on the first portion of this. So this piece I'm going to pick up with part 2 of this training. And this is where we are, if you're following along in the planner as well that I give you, which is what you're looking at right now, you're seeing the full planner. You can also grab that. So the link is linked in the comments below yesterday's video. And after this training, I will link it below this video as well. So you can go ahead and access our community. You can access the free training. You can access the resource here that I'm providing you as well to be able to do that or to be able to follow along. So it's a 20-page guide that helps you step by step to be able to plan out your goals as an online course creator or business coach rather, and help you to plan out these goals that you're actually going to achieve. So what we kind of talked about yesterday, just kind of recapping a little bit, is that we went through basically, kind of starting with setting the stage and helping you to understand that, setting meaningful goals as an online course creator or coach, that you can actually achieve, and instead of being almost there, but actually helping you to achieve genuine success that you have decided and intended on or set the intention to be able to complete for a given time frame. So this guide that I created helps walk you through the entire process of establishing your goals, tracking them to actually being able to achieve them. And it's specifically designed for the unique challenges of online educators. So things that are specific problems and obstacles that course creator and business or coaches go through as having an online education business. So it's really uniquely, specifically designed for you. So it helps you as well to be able to understand the psychology of effective goal setting, as well as the daily habits that you want to implement to be able to support your vision and to help you to be able to achieve actionable strategies for you and your business to help you to be able to transform your course creation vision into actual achievement. So instead of just being kind of stuck in that idea stage and, planning stage and overwhelm stage, to actually being able to achieve your goals and create a wildly successful, profitable online course and coaching business. So the first part of the training that we went through is helping to understand why most course creators and coaches fail to reach their goals. So we were talking about in this training unrealistic expectations that you may have, like, depending on who you're following or the gurus that you're listening to in the online space. You may have set unrealistic goals as far as revenue goals in the business, as well as helping you understand the time requirements that are going to be required for you to be able to create an online course from scratch, so that, not only create it, but also deliver it and help your students create and market, and then deliver it to help your students to be able to get phenomenal results. So that those time requirements that are there, especially as a new creator, you're not as familiar with how long something is going to take you to be able to do start to finish, as well as when you are new to developing a specific skill in your business and in your life as well. That skill is going to take you longer the first time you do it, because you have a steeper learning curve. And then as you do it, and then you continue to do it and rinse and repeat, you will get faster, you will get better, you will get more efficient and effective, and so forth. So we talked about that. We talked about having a lack of specific metrics. So really having vague goals, such as like a vague goal of launching a successful course, or that you want to help lots of students. So we want to be more specific and actually having clear revenue targets that you are goaling yourself or setting yourself up for success to be able to achieve, and actually understanding the number of students that you want to help. So we talked a lot about, like, not only creating your offer, but then, determining what those revenue goals are, and then what your pricing is going to be. We gave some pricing examples in that particular training yesterday. And then from that, then you're able to determine how many spots you need to sell in order to reach your revenue goals in your business. So for example, if you want to sell or generate $10,000 in revenue in your business in 30 days, and your course is priced at $1,000, you need to sell 10 spots or more on that particular course in that given time frame to be able to achieve that goal. So and from there as well, once you have those revenue goals, we talked about effective marketing tactics that you need to also be able to decide on and build in your not only your marketing tactic, but also what you need to do to promote that marketing or conversion event. For example, if you're going to host live workshops every single month, then, planning that out, planning from the date of the event to reverse engineering what your promotional period is going to look like, what your sales period is going to look like, what your promotional period is going to look like, and so forth. So making sure that you are looking at all of that, and it all starts with defining what your metrics are, what your goals are for your business. And once you determine that, and your packaging and your pricing, then also determine the number of leads that you need to be able to get in front of every day to have enough leads coming in your business to be able to market to those leads, and then eventually convert those leads into your offers. We also talked about insufficient market research. So this is where many creators create courses and programs based on what they want to teach, rather than what their audience actually needs and is willing to pay for. So this can really lead to a misalignment between your goals and what the market reality and what the market is willing to invest in. From there, we talked about the psychology behind effective goal setting. So kind of talked about, having intrinsic versus extrinsic motivation. So what are your internal factors, the reasons why, what motivates you, the reasons why you want to have your business. And, if you're looking to be able to create incredible impact in the world, if you're looking to create a legacy of a body of work that will live beyond you and for future generations to come, of work that demonstrates your expertise, building authority in your field as the go-to expert for the problem that you solve. And maybe you want to achieve location and schedule freedom, so time freedom. So maybe that's really important to you. So having goals that really align with you, with your core values, it also creates these neural pathways. And we talked a lot about that and the way the brain works and the dopamine response and so forth, and, safety versus what we fear. We talked a lot about that in that training. So having these goals that align with your core values and activate these different neural pathways is going to help you to be able to create a stronger commitment and have resilience and, create these behaviors, right, that become you. We are kind of a culmination of, the habits, we're a culmination from the habits that we have. So habits are all behaviors that, either help you to achieve your goals or not. So we want to make sure that we're focusing on identifying what our roadblocks are, what's keeping us stuck, and understanding what the root causes are beneath those obstacles, so we can learn how to work with ourselves and to be able to create the behaviors that do support the goals. So you have the right inputs that equal the outputs that you desire in your business. We talked about the dopamine effect. So when you are working with your goals and you're, identifying what your strategy is and your action steps and so forth, and then you take action on those, we actually get a dopamine release in our brain, not just when you achieve the goal, but when you anticipate the achievement. So that's why it's really important knowing and understanding what those revenue generating activities are that pay forward into the achievement of those goals. And so that's really celebrating the journey, setting these milestone based goals. When you have a huge project plan of launching an online course or coaching program, that is quite a large project. So we want to be able to break it down into milestone goals and kind of looking at, whether you're spending 30 days, 60 days, 90 days to launch an online course, and breaking that down into milestones. So by month one, you have achieved, say there's 9 milestones. By month one, you've achieved the first 3. And then month 2, the first 6. And then month 3, you've achieved all 9. So this helps you as well as you're leading into the next stage, is having these a way to be able to track your success and know that, whether you're on target or not, to be able to achieve those goals and how to course correct. So for instance, maybe you got behind, something out of your control came up during the week and you weren't able to hit that particular milestone. Then how do you course correct and help you to be able to achieve the goal like the next month? So making sure that you have a way to be able to track your progress and physically see the advancements. This also helps to activate those reward centers before final completion. So celebrating the journey as you're going along, knowing that those actions, those inputs that you're taking action on every day are paying forward to that future version of yourself who's already celebrating a 5-figure launch, a 6-figure launch, a 7-figure launch. So that is really important. And celebrating all of these small successes along the way is going to reinforce these positive neural pathways and build momentum. So it's kind of like, you're forging your own new path in the forest. And the more you keep taking action, the clearer the path becomes. And then eventually you run on autopilot and you're able to just be in flow. That's what we talk about, being in flow with your work, because you're not on the side of like struggling and still trying to figure it out. You know what you're doing by this point. So we kind of went through all of those stages, and then we talked about really doing an assessment of your current situation and an honest self-evaluation here. So we talked again about that time availability, and once you're mapping out this project, then really reverse engineering how much time you need to be able to follow through. So being honest and looking at, a true reflection of the dedicated hours that you can realistically commit to your business each and every week. So, when this looks like course creation, marketing, student support, and, any time for admin that you need, also time if you are on the learning curve of this and you're working with a mentor to help you walk the step through building, growing, and scaling your online course and coaching business, also having that time for learning, for implementation, for coaching calls, et cetera, to help you to be able to get support every step of the way. So making sure that you've got that dedicated time, whether you are able to dedicate a full-time schedule to building your business, part-time schedule, because maybe perhaps you are in your 9 to 5. So maybe you can dedicate, 2 to 4 hours a day to be building your business. So making sure that you really are giving yourself an honest reflection of that so you can really commit to that time that you set aside for your business and really honor and protect that time and making sure that during that time you're working on the actions or the activities that really help support your business. So these are these revenue generating activities from course creation to marketing and sales and student support. We talked about the skill inventory. So looking at your course creation skills, understanding what skills and strengths that you have for the particular, sorry about that. Let me mute that. I am waiting for a call. I did have my vehicle broke down in the middle of the interstate the other day on the way to the airport. And so I had to have it towed to the service shop and it is going to be repaired today. So I'm waiting on a call for when it is done. And my son, Daniel, is going to take me to go pick it up. So I apologize for the call coming through. So we talked about your skill inventory. So again, understanding your strengths and your weaknesses as it comes to in relation to building and growing and scaling your online course and coaching business. So, do you need help in content development and video production? Maybe you are really, really good in marketing and sales and you already have that strength and have developed those skills over time, or maybe you need some additional coaching and help with that. So this is all the types of things that I help my students with in Course Creators Academy. So it is your full, complete online course and coaching program to help you from ideation all the way to delivery with your students. So that's something you need help with. I would more than love to welcome you inside that particular online course and coaching program. So it gives you everything that you need to be able to create the business and create that legacy of your dreams. All of your tools, your templates, your training, your resources, live Q&A and feedback, etc., is in there. So we also talked about audience research, or audience reach rather. So looking at your current audience and understanding what your audience size is, what the engagement level is of your particular audience, knowing what those visibility platforms are. So what is your visibility strategy? Maybe you don't have a visibility strategy and you need to carve out one. So that's something we help you with in the academy as well, is understanding where your audience is and how to best get in front of them. So maybe that looks like email marketing, which I always recommend, of having a lead magnet. It's set in place, which is reverse engineered from your overall transformation that you offer in your online course and coaching program, and that you have a place to be able to market that. So you can market that via whether it's Instagram or it's Facebook or it's LinkedIn. Maybe you're doing paid marketing, so you're utilizing Facebook ads to be able to generate traffic and interest in your lead magnet. And from there, then you're growing an email list. So that is an asset you're building in your business. Anytime anyone exchanges their email for the lead magnet that you're offering, that is an asset in your business. So you always have that list that you're growing that you can nurture and convert your clients into your paid offerings from there. So doing that, understanding where you're at, that's really crucial for your Q3 planning and really helping you to create that plan that you can actually achieve, is understanding, again, what your revenue targets are for the quarter, for the month. What are you selling? What are you selling it for? How many spots do you need to sell? Do you have any VIP offers? Do you have any upsells, or do you have any downsells to help generate additional revenue in your business and help you to reach those targets faster? And then looking again at what are your visibility tactics. So what are your platforms that you're on? What are you looking to grow? How are you getting in front of your audience? And then moving into the content to be able to support them. We also talked about financial resources. So looking at your budget to determine the resources that you can allocate towards tools, platforms, potentially outsourcing different aspects of the course creation process of your business. So maybe you're getting someone to help you if you're developing a website or landing page. Maybe you're outsourcing some of that. Inside of the academy, I also give you all of the Canva templates for everything from your website, your landing page, your opt-in page, your planner, your lead magnet templates, etc., to be able to help you to work faster and smarter. So a lot of that work is already done for you, and all you have to do is plug and play, put in your own brand colors, your own fonts, imagery, that type of thing. But the base of the products are already created for you and available for you inside of the academy. But looking at that, looking at too, if you need to allocate money or want to allocate money towards getting support in your business from a mentor, a coaching program, again, I'd love to welcome you in the academy. Or maybe there is another online course or coaching program that you want to invest in, but definitely working with someone who's always already gone before you, who's already launched multiple online courses and coaching programs and has done this, is going to help you expedite your process even faster. Because, for like me, I've been doing this since 2019. So I have a lot of experience and a lot of success in this process. So I can definitely help you to shortcut your learning curve and help you to be able to monetize your expertise even faster. So making sure, looking at what those things are that you can minimize in your business or in your life rather, whether it be maybe, not eating out one weekend a month or something, that can definitely more than provide for you the resources that you need to be able to get your tech stack and your mentor and so forth in your business to be able to help you to grow and scale your business quicker. So in the planner here, again, I will link it in the comments below or in the description below this YouTube video if you're tuning in on YouTube, and also in the Skool Classroom for you to be able to go ahead and grab that. That will be there for you, and it will help you'll be able to see all these self-assessment questions to help you come up with those answers there. So any questions we have so far? If you're tuning in with me, I see several of you are on live with me on YouTube. So welcome in. If you would like to tell us where you're from, and perhaps go ahead and share with us what your revenue goals are for July or for Q3. I'd love to see those, and love to know also, like, what are you launching? What is your revenue goal? And how many spots do you want to sell? So like, we'll start with what's the goal? What are you selling? Who is it for? And then how many spots do you need to sell to be able to reach those goals? So if you've got that mapped out, you are light years ahead, right? So it all starts with having that clear plan for you to be able to reverse engineer what those projects are that are going to support those revenue goals, and then what are the action steps within those projects that are also going to support your revenue goals and help you set yourself up for success. So the SMART framework, which we've adapted, so it's not just about having SMART goals. So a lot of times if you just kind of do this traditional SMART goal framework, it doesn't necessarily work so much for online course creators and coaches. So we've adapted it here to really help you to take this incredible framework with SMART goals and adapt it to the needs of online course creators and coaches. So we want to make sure that we haven't, for those of you that aren't familiar, the SMART goal framework is specific. So it's having a specific target that you're going after. It's measurable. So for the ease of the example of 10K in 30 days, that is easy to track, right? It's specific, it's measurable, I can track it. It's achievable. So is it achievable for you to be able to do this? And that's a question that I work closely through. Excuse me. Hold on one second, guys. Okay. Thank you for that. My ride will be here in about 15 minutes. So we will go through this again. If you have any questions, and let me just check in the group really quick in the school community. If there's any specific questions, refresh. Okay. So I've been doing a poll inside of the Ultimate Course Creators Hub, and a lot of the questions, and this will, again, we'll keep working through the goal setting, but a lot of the questions that we're getting from newer online course creators and coaches really revolve around, it looks like a lot of you are really clear with understanding what your zone of genius is. So what is your expertise, your passion, your course idea that you're really excited to be able to teach and that you have experience in, as well as who that online course is for. So who would be the perfect client for the particular problem that you're solving. So from the poll that we've done and the research that we've done inside the community, it looks like we're really clear with those two things. And I've done quite a bit of training on there, as well as I have a couple of free courses already ready for you in the hub that you can look at inside the classroom and start working through that. And that helps you to really get clear on your picking your profitable course topic, and then understanding who is your ideal client. So who's the person that is going to benefit from the problem that you solve from that online course. But it looks like where a lot of the confusion comes in is from that point is really understanding how to then outline, so how to take that idea from that profitable course topic and then how to transform that into an online course. So how do we develop the program outline or the course outline of what we're going to be covering? So that really goes into that transformation of the point A, we call it, and the point B, we call it, meaning A is where the client is before they start working with you, the pain points, the problems that they're going through, how they're feeling about it, how it's impacting them in their daily lives. Excuse me. And point B is where they are after working with you, after receiving that transformation, and what life looks like after. So this is where they've met their goals and their aspirations, and where they are today or after going through your online course or coaching program and achieving that transformation. The bridge between the point A and the point B is your signature system, right? So it's the stepping stones that you're taking them from, moving them from their pain point and problem to point B, where is the ultimate transformation. So that gap in between becomes your signature system, your online course and coaching program. So turning that into a course or an online course or coaching program and developing a curriculum that walks your students through that transformation, that's where it looks like where we need the most support. So we'll be doing a workshop in July that will be, grab some more water. I'm pet sitting right now, and it's been raining a lot too. So I think I have a lot of allergies. I'm pet sitting 5 animals. I have 3 dogs here and 2 cats. So I have a little zoo, literally. Anyway, so outlining your course content is what we'll be working on in more detail. So if that's something you're interested in, comment below me, and we will send you over a link to be able to register for that, or come and join the hub and let us know, and we will get you registered for that. So we'll be defining that curriculum, helping you to map out your course plan, and then defining that curriculum and what that A to B journey is that you're going to be taking your students through, and then what you're going to include in it. Also from there, then the other thing kind of equally where people are voting on is needing help with naming your online course or coaching program, pricing it, and choosing the delivery format. So we'll be diving deep in there and getting really clear on the formatting and what you're offering and what you're including. And then the next piece of it that's really coming up is planning without overwhelm. So how do you plan and how do you keep from spinning in circles or being stuck in perfectionism? And this training that we're doing here today that we're really walking through is really going to help you. It's stuck. Is really helping you to get clear on, again, what your revenue targets are for the time period that you're working for. So our 90-day revenue targets, and then reverse engineering that to everything that we're working through. So this training here is very, very valuable. And if you haven't done this for yourself, this is where I would really start with this. And any questions that you have as you're moving through it, come to the hub and we will help you, give you feedback. Your peers will help you, I will help you, and so forth. So looking at your SMART goals, again, that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound is really important. So you again, you in your brain can understand what you're working towards, as well as how to be able to measure that to make sure that you're making progress, making sure that it's achievable in the time frame that you've allowed for yourself, with the skills that you have or that you're currently getting support with, to be able to increase those skill developments, your learning curves, etc., as well as the platforms that you are visible on. So where you are getting in front of your ideal clients, where you're generating leads from, and then having that content process that is supporting the nurture to convert strategy for those leads as you're bringing them into your ecosystem, as well as having that time to be able to set up the platform, your learning management system on where you're delivering your online course or coaching program, and working through any integration issues that you have, etc. And then as well, your personal energy management. So making sure that you're prioritizing yourself through this process and you're not burning out. You hear that so much with launch burnout, and that will definitely creep up on you if you're not allowing time and really prioritizing yourself to avoid burnout. So also making sure that your goals are relevant to you and your business. So your course goals must align with your overall business strategy. So does it really lead as serve as a lead generation to your premium offer? So depending on, when we've talked about reverse engineering your lead magnet, that lead magnet really needs to be reverse engineered from the solution, your premier offering, so it naturally leads in to your online course as well, even before that. So it's bringing you the right leads. It's qualifying and bringing in quality leads into your ecosystem of people that are your true ideal client for the problem that you're solving. And also, will it require ongoing support or be largely self-service? So when you're kind of looking at the delivery mechanism, are you creating an online course with any kind of coaching component or service component for your client, or done for you services? So those are the things that we map out when we look at packaging and pricing, and really looking at how much proximity your clients are going to have to you. Is this going to be solely a self-paced online course where there is no support, or maybe there's just email support, or are there more done for you services and ongoing support in the form of weekly live Q&A sessions, or bi-weekly or monthly, that type of thing? Or do you have a community, like a Facebook group or a Skool community, where you're supporting your clients and providing daily access to be able to ask questions and get support from their peers or from yourself? So really looking at that, and looking at, does it position you for your desired long-term success in your business direction? So I, read a post from a previous coach of mine today where she's basically burned down her business again. She's done this a couple of times because it wasn't just about the money, right? It's not just about the time freedom and the travel and the cars and everything that wealth can bring you. It's about having peace, right? It's about, peace and happiness. And when you have a lot of things going on in your, the bigger you get, if you keep adding on, it pulls away from you. So really building a business that, works around the life that you want to live and enjoy is really important. And then time bound with seasonal awareness. So online education market really has some distinct seasonal patterns that you want to be aware of and help you with your planning as you're planning out your quarterly plan and so forth, to knowing what holidays are coming up. For instance, January, February is like people are setting New Year's resolutions. This is when a lot of people will invest in health plans or business courses, etc., because they want to new year, new me, new goals. September is kind of your back to school mentality. Like, all the kids are back in school and now I can focus on me. And a lot of people will invest in programs then. You have pre-summer online courses for certain niches like fitness and travel. Like, there's a lot of incredible travel programs that will really help create customized travel solutions for people. And that is really helpful. And then you have those Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So those are promotional periods that you can really look at for major promotions and large cash influx in your business, to creating launches around those particular times. So making sure that you time your goals to be able to leverage these natural buying cycles is really going to help you as you're going through. So any questions on any of this? We will continue to kind of work through this. Again, if this is something you guys are interested in that you would like me to create a course on, let me know that in the comments below, and I will create a course specifically for this to help you really break down your goals. So thank you so much for joining. I do need to hop off. My son is here to pick me up. So we will see you over in the hub. And again, if you have any questions, drop them below and I will circle back and be able to get you some support. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.